When Catherine of Braganza arrived in England in 1662, she expected to be welcomed as a queen. Instead, people laughed at her, not because of a mistake, not because of politics, but because of her clothes. Catherine had travelled from Portugal to marry King Charles II. She was entering one of the most famous royal courts in Europe. But the moment she arrived, people noticed something strange. She looked completely different from the women around her, and that became a problem. Catherine had grown up in a very traditional Portuguese court. The fashion she knew were considered elegant and respectable in her homeland, but England had changed. The English court was now following French fashion. Women wore soft silk dresses. Their shoulders were often visible. Their hairstyles were loose and fashionable. The look was modern and relaxed. Catherine arrived wearing older Portuguese styles. The most noticeable was the farthingale. It was a wide skirt supported by a rigid frame underneath. In Portugal, it was a symbol of status and respect. In England, many people thought it looked old-fashioned. The reaction was immediate. Courtiers whispered, people laughed. Her ladies were mocked as well. Their clothes were criticized. Their hairstyle were criticized. Even the way they behaved became a subject of gossip. The young queen had barely arrived, yet she already felt like an outsider. But Catherine faced an even bigger challenge. Her name was Barbara Palmer. Barbara was the king's powerful mistress. She was famous for her beauty. She was famous for her confidence, and many people consider her the best dressed woman in England. Whenever Barbara appeared beside the queen, attention often moved away from Catherine. The comparison was impossible to ignore. One woman represented the latest fashion, the other seemed trapped in the past. For a new queen trying to win over a foreign court, it was deeply embarrassing. Many people expected Catherine to struggle. Some probably expected to her fail. But Catherine refused to give up. Instead of fighting English fashion, she learned it. She watched, she adapted, and slowly everything began to change. Within a few years, portraits showed a completely different Catherine. The old Portuguese styles were gone. The farthingale disappeared. In its place were elegant silk gowns and fashionable hairstyles. She looked like she belonged in the English court. More importantly, she looked confident. The woman who had once been mocked was now being admired. Artists painted her in glamorous portraits. Some showed her with flowing hairs. Others presented her as a symbol of beauty, love, and royal elegance. Something remarkable had happened. The queen who arrived as a fashion outsider had become a part of trend herself. Soon, other women began copying styles seen in her portraits. The same court that had laughed at her now accepted her. Her story became about more than clothing. It became a story about survival. Moving to a foreign country is difficult. Joining a royal court is even harder. Yet Catherine managed to do both while living under constant attention. She adapted without losing her place as queen. And in the end, the woman they mocked became one of the most remembered queens of the Restoration period. Sometimes the strongest response to criticism is not anger. Sometimes it is proving people wrong.